Hi, come in. I am Nina Clark, your nutritionist. Please take a seat and we can get started.
Thank you, Nina. I am Daniel. I have to admit, I have never seen a nutritionist before. I am not really sure what to expect.
That is perfectly normal. Think of this as a relaxed conversation about your food habits and health goals. There is no judgment here at all.
That is good to hear. My doctor suggested I come because my cholesterol is a bit high, and I have been feeling quite tired all the time.
Both of those can often be significantly improved through diet. Let us start by talking about what you eat on a typical day.
Okay, breakfast is usually just a coffee and maybe a piece of toast. Sometimes I skip it entirely if I am running late.
Skipping breakfast is something we hear a lot. What do you have for lunch?
Lunch is usually something from the canteen at work. A sandwich, a pastry, sometimes a meal deal. Not always very healthy, I know.
Do not worry. I am not here to make you feel bad about past choices. What about dinner?
Dinner varies. Sometimes I cook. Pasta, rice dishes, that sort of thing. But a few nights a week I get a takeaway because I am too tired after work.
How often are we talking for the takeaways? 2 or 3 times a week?
Probably 3 nights a week on average. I know it is a lot. I just really struggle with cooking when I am exhausted.
That is very understandable. Fatigue and poor diet often feed into each other. Do you snack between meals?
Yes, usually biscuits or crisps in the afternoon. I get very hungry around 3 o'clock.
That afternoon slump is often caused by a blood sugar crash from a low-protein breakfast. It is one of the first things we can fix.
Really? I had no idea breakfast could affect my afternoon energy like that.
Absolutely. A breakfast with protein and fiber keeps blood sugar stable for hours. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, oats, or whole grain toast with nut butter.
I do like eggs. I could probably manage eggs before work a few times a week.
That would make a huge difference. Now let us talk about your cholesterol. Do you know which type is elevated, LDL, HDL, or both?
My doctor said my LDL was high. That is the bad kind, right?
Exactly. LDL is the type that can build up in arteries. The good news is that LDL responds very well to dietary changes.
What foods should I be eating more of to bring it down?
Focus on soluble fiber. Oats, beans, lentils, apples, and flaxseed are excellent. Also, increase oily fish like salmon and mackerel. Twice a week is ideal.
I actually like salmon. Are there foods I should avoid or reduce?
Reduce saturated fats. Red meat, full-fat dairy, butter, and processed foods like pies and biscuits. And trans fats in fried takeaway food are especially harmful for LDL.
That explains a lot. I eat a lot of those things. Do I need to cut them out completely?
No, it is about balance and frequency, not elimination. Reducing takeaways from 3 nights to 1, for example, would have a big impact.
1 night a week for takeaway is very achievable. What could I cook on those other nights that is quick and easy?
Batch cooking at weekends is a game changer for busy people. Prepare a big pot of soup, chili, or a grain salad on Sunday that keeps for 5 days.
I had not thought of that. I could make a big batch and just heat it up after work.
Exactly, and it removes the decision-making on tired evenings. I can give you some simple recipes before you go.
That would be very helpful. What about my fatigue? Is there a nutritional reason for that?
Fatigue can be linked to low iron, B12, or vitamin D. Has your doctor checked your blood levels for those?
I am not sure. I will ask them to check. Could my diet be causing low iron?
Yes. If you eat little red meat but also few plant-based iron sources like lentils and spinach, you may not be getting enough. Pair iron-rich foods with vitamin C to boost absorption.
So something like spinach salad with lemon dressing?
Perfect example. The vitamin C in the lemon dramatically increases how much iron your body absorbs. It is such a simple switch.
Are there any supplements you would recommend?
I would suggest getting your blood tested first before starting anything. Supplements work best when targeting a confirmed deficiency. Otherwise, you may just be wasting money.
That makes sense. I do not want to just take random supplements. What about fish oil for the cholesterol?
Omega-3 supplements can help reduce triglycerides, which are related to cholesterol. But eating real oily fish is always more effective than a supplement.
Food first. Got it. How often should I come back to track my progress?
I would recommend a follow-up in 6 weeks. That gives you enough time to make the changes and start seeing results in your energy levels.
And my cholesterol? How quickly could that improve with diet changes?
Dietary changes can show a measurable effect on cholesterol in as little as 4 to 6 weeks. Some people see a 10 to 15% drop just through diet.
That is really encouraging. I was worried I might need medication.
Diet and lifestyle changes are always the first approach. Medication is only considered if changes do not produce enough improvement.
That gives me real motivation to stick to this. Can you summarize the main things you want me to do?
Yes. First, eat a protein-rich breakfast. Second, reduce saturated and trans fats. Third, add oily fish twice a week and more soluble fiber daily.
And number 4, batch cook at weekends to reduce takeaways.
Exactly, you have been paying attention. I will also send you a personalized 1-week meal plan by email after this session.
That would be incredibly helpful. Thank you so much, Nina. I feel like I finally understand what I need to do.
You are very welcome, Daniel. You have great awareness and a positive attitude. That is half the battle. I will see you in 6 weeks.
Before I go, you mentioned my cholesterol. Is there anything specific about cooking methods that makes a difference?
Great question. Grilling, baking, steaming, and poaching are all heart healthy. Avoid frying in butter or lard. Use olive oil or rapeseed oil instead.
I do tend to fry a lot. Switching to grilling should not be too hard.
Small changes like that add up beautifully over time. What about portion sizes? Do you think you overeat?
Probably at dinner, yes. I tend to serve myself more when I'm stressed.
Stress eating is very common. Using a smaller plate is a simple trick. It naturally reduces portions without you feeling deprived.
I will try that. Thank you for all of this. It has been eye-opening. I will see you in 6 weeks with hopefully some good news.